So the Premier League title is coming to its conclusion, and you can see by the smile on my face that I'm quite enjoying the whole process as a QPR fan, watching Leicester City walk to the title. So with that happening, we've got Phil from 100% LCFC here. How are you, Phil? You good?
Pretty top of the world, yeah. It's a good time to be a Leicester fan.
Fair enough. And the other contenders, Spurs, so we've got Flav here as well.
Where's Robbie?
Well, like I said, it's just the contenders now, so we can't watch the trolls, watch the comments. I didn't mean it. So
I meant it.
You meant it, fair enough. So let's talk about all this. Can you believe it, Phil?
No, not really. I think Leicester's been going 130 odd years, and I think back in the early 60s we were in this position with 5 games to go, and we blew it. So I think it's happened once before, but obviously in modern day football, with all the money swirling around, I don't think anybody ever thought that a team with the stakes that Leicester have been playing with could maybe get it. I mean, Leicester's not much difference to the Crystal Palaces, the QPRs of the world, and I don't think many fans from many of those clubs before this season would have thought perhaps they've got a stab at winning the Premier League.
Yeah, so 5 games to go, 7 points clear, 13 points clear of Arsenal. But let's rewind just for a second. When was the moment when you first thought... I mean, I don't think anyone's truly believed it until it got a bit further in the season. But when was the first moment you thought, hang on a minute, we've got a team here that could possibly win the Premier League title?
I think it was Crystal Palace away a couple of weeks ago. We got...
that far ahead?
Pardon?
So not any sooner than that? Not Man City, not coming back from Leicester?
I'm not really believing it now. I'm not really thinking about it now. I mean, we should be perhaps getting really excited over it. You can see the rest of the world's getting very excited over it, but most Leicester fans, most people I chat to on a day-to-day basis, it's a bit like, oh, you could win the Premier League, and you're like, I don't want to think about that today, because it makes me feel a bit sick thinking about it. So I'm just thinking about West Ham on Sunday, because it is really tricky. The Spurs fans must be feeling the same, because it's been like decades since they've been in a position like this as well.
I was going to say, Phil, you feel sick. Imagine being in my position. We're the first time we could potentially win the league since maybe 85, maybe 87, which is a little bit sooner than Leicester. But this was the season. This is when it's going to happen for us. We thought we've got to worry about Arsenal, we've got to worry about City, Chelsea, or whatever. Not Leicester. And you lot turn up and you've ruined everything. And really, I never thought I hated Leicester. Actually, I do, but I really hate you now. And it's your fault. It's not my fault. It's not Tottenham's fault. It's your fault.
It's great, because if Leicester don't win it and Spurs do, well, that's great for the Premier League and most fans anyway.
Yeah,
and it makes you chuckle even more, because it's the year when Arsenal could have won it and probably not going to. So. I think most fans, if Leicester weren't at the top, would be cheering Spurs on all the way.
Yeah, absolutely. And if Spurs can't win it, then obviously Leicester has to be, and it is an amazing thing, and it's stuff that everyone's talked about, and all that. Everyone's been talking about how much they want Leicester to win it, and apart from Tottenham, we're the only ones that don't want you to win it. To be fair, Arsenal would happily see you lot win it over us.
In terms of stomach churning feeling. As a fan of a team that's gone up and gone down in different leagues, a bit like QPR, which one is tougher to get through on a match day? Being at the top and those games and fearing losing it, or in a relegation battle where you're just desperate to win a game?
That's a great question, to be honest. Recently, it does make you feel ill being at the matches, but I felt worse when we got relegated to League One. In 2008-9 season, when I stood in the away end at Stoke at the Britannia ground, when we needed to beat them, and we didn't. We got a draw, and it was the same day that Stoke got promoted from the Championship up to the Premier League, and there was 25,000 Stoke fans all singing Delilah as loud as they could, and then invading the pitch and running at us 4,000 Leicester fans basically broken, because we were the first time we've ever been relegated to League One, as it was. So that made me feel worse in a way, because I'm hoping that the reverse medicine of that could be winning the Premier League again, something we've never tasted before. So it is tough at the moment. Just tough to know how to react.
From a Spurs point of view, do you think you can catch him?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I do actually. I think I'm not. I was when they beat Sunderland 2-0, I was thinking, well, we've got to beat United, and then we went and smashed United to bits. I think there'll be elements of that of fear in Leicester fans when we steamrolled United. I think they were probably hoping that they might pick a draw up.
Yeah.
After that result, I thought that we have the minerals to go on and maybe get 4 wins and a draw enough. And then our last 5 results, Chelsea being the 1 draw away from home. And then I'm looking at Leicester's.
So this is it. So just to say to you guys, so we've asked Phil and Flav to do their predictions for the 5 games that are left and see what the points will be at the end of the season. So Flav, you're saying that you're going to win 4 of the games and you're going to draw against Chelsea. So what about Leicester? What's going to happen there?
I don't know. What I don't know.
Come on. So come on. What are you saying?
I think that Leicester will lose to. They'll lose to Man United away and lose to Chelsea away, and they'll win and draw.
Which means what when we get to the end of the season? Who's winning the league?
Spurs will win in the league either by a point or on goal difference.
A point or by goal difference, right. Phil, you're seeing it slightly differently. You've gone for, 3 wins, is it, and 2 draws?
I've gone for 2 wins and 3 draws.
Is that your conservative guess, is it?
Yes. I think. I think statistically we need 3 wins, and we have done it. Whatever Spurs do.
Yeah.
I don't think that's out of the realms out of 5 games. I think somewhere down the line, I think Spurs are going to blow it on a match, but I can't. It's so nip and tuck. I certainly don't think Leicester have done it yet. I think the 7-point cushion is nice to have. I don't know if it's
all right to have, isn't it?
I don't know if it's good or bad that it seems like Leicester seem to play before Spurs for most of the remaining matches as well.
Say you do win the league, what happens next season? Do you think you can go and be right at the top of the league again?
Who cares?
Answer.
I mean, if we win the Premier League once, that's brilliant. But the expectations will be raised up again. I think most Leicester fans would say if we were to win it, a top 6, top 8 finish would be another great season. I thought the second year's bound to be harder, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, from a QBR fan, good luck, Phil. And let us know what you think about Leicester, what you think about the predictions, what your predictions are going to be for Leicester and Spurs. Can Arsenal still win it?
No.
If you want to subscribe to Bull Street also, click on Phil's head. Smart, Phil.